Welcome back, guys. Back on the Thunderbird. So 312. We're gonna do a little bit of checking what's going on here. Just gonna go see what we got. If there's any vacuum leaks, we're going to go through it. Now, what I did do here, you just saw, was I secured the alternator. This is a homemade piece of plate bracket setup business using the original generator bracket, and it is out by about 316 or so. That's going to get changed. Right now it's just so it's not going to be wailing and flapping while we're idling and stuff, and hopefully we'll get a little better audio recording on it than that. Plan here is going to be get the timing gun on it at some point. I haven't done TDC to see if the damper slipped on this or not, and maybe we'll do that. We'll get into that. We're also going to check number 8 spark plug eventually here and see what the oil burn is going to look like on that. But for now, what I want to do is get a vacuum gauge installed on this, just kind of see where we're at there. A few things, right? The distributor is hooked up on both sides of this Edelbrock 1406 carburetor. So we're going to put that just to the distributor side of the setup here. One other thing to be noted was I did change out that flex line going into the fuel pump as well. So I did get it, hearing it last time, moving the camera and stuff. So I'm really going to be trying to not have to move the camera. So hopefully that was about it for now. I'm just going to be having, trying to point out issues if we see any. So try starting her up here. Fires right up. Right on. So now what I don't like I said, was these two here. Both of the ports being hooked up. So we're going to hook up just the single one now and put a little vacuum cap on the other one. I just cut a piece of hose, so I have to screw in the back of it. So that's our vacuum port side, and this will be our time port side. Sounding a lot more happier right away with that alternator tightened up though. Anyway, so I got some carb cleaner here. Just gonna spray this around and listen for any kind of idle changes. First, we'll get the vacuum gauge put on this thing. So we're reading, really fluctuating at about 10 degrees or inches of mercury, which isn't right. This should be up around 18 at least, just rolling over, unless there's a cam in it. So I'm just adjusting the idle mixture screws here to try and get the highest vacuum reading as possible. And they're not doing too much. So obviously the carburetor on this has sat for a while. So the idle circuitry, that may be pointing towards just a rebuild needed on the carburetor, right? But even that we heard a little difference in idle, right? Oh wow, so right away, this ported manifold vacuum source right here, look at how loose that is. And that's what's powering our wipers. I'll be sure to get a shot of this here. Just trying not to have to move the camera, right? But first off, let's get this vacuum leak here sorted out. Sounding really nice. It's rolling over now, so that's good. So this back vacuum port right there is what I'm talking about. Just grab a wrench. Well, that came off real nice there. Hopefully now you can see what I'm saying. So we're just going to take this apart and make it into a single union. There we go. All right, let's see what that did. A little higher. Definitely got vacuum there. All right, let's put the timing gun on it. So according to this, we're sitting right at 30 at idle here, which is pretty crazy. Okay, now that's 12. Actually, you know what? That was really loose for the distributor too, by the way. I just moved it. So that's total timing. Total timing's at 35 right now. This isn't bad. Well, if our balancer is correct, right? We're gonna have to check that out. So, what I want to do though next is really take a look at that spark plug on 8. So I'm going to just let this cool down a little bit so I don't burn myself on the exhaust manifolds. And then let's get number 8 spark plug out of there and see what we got. So guys, got that linkage area here cleaned up now. Everything running freely as it should. And let's just test it to make sure everything's good. Beautiful. Okay, so next thing's next here. I want to get an eye on that spark plug. Yeah. No, everything was fine there. Right on. Okay. So I want to get an eye on the spark plug. Number 8 was the plug in question here. All the way at the back here. And let's see where we're at. Okay, so this is covered in oil. Don't know how well that picks up. But I sandblasted this plug and cleaned it all up, and there it is. Sure, there's going to be some oil possibly coming out from the valve cover, yes, but not on the inside of the plug like that. That's just There's a lot of oil in there. So what could that be? That could be, you know, the rings could be gone on this cylinder. We're gonna obviously do the entire motor with the compression test, but could be the rings. Could also be the valve seals at the top of the valves as well. And the one way to figure this one out is a compression test. So what I've got ready here is the compression tester. So I wanted to just test this cylinder and the rest of the motor anyways, so here we are. Got that in, this on. I'm gonna remember to disconnect the coil so that this thing does not start on us. And we will crank it here, bring it up. Four revolutions, and we are at 130 PSI right now. So maybe we'll leave it here at this right now for the diagnosis. You guys let me know what you think here. Think it's the valve seal, or do you think it's the rings? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. And thanks for checking it out.